Indian IT companies have been left behind in the AI race. You have announced.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Now imagine this. Your chief information officer walks into your boardroom and says, "We need to spend $6.5 billion on the AI infrastructure right now." Sounds impossible, right?
हमारी हिस्ट्री भी डेटा के जरिए देखी और समझी जाएगी.
Well, it's happening in India right now.
Service lines perspective, we have seen good, robust growth across all our service lines.
In fact, Tata Consultancy Service just announced a plan to build a 1 gigawatt AI infrastructure in India. It's a huge network, right? With roughly 6.5 to 7 billion investment over the next 5 to 7 years. Now, pause for a second. Why does this matter to you as a CEO or CTO for a global enterprise?
Now, the demand for data centers is transforming India's digital infrastructure.
This is not just a tech spending. It's being framed as infrastructure for the national sovereignty. Think defense style investment. Here the real game changer. When your country treats AI infrastructure like defense, two things to follow. 1. Huge upfront capital. 2. You must align your business contract strategies, vendor ecosystems accordingly. Let's break this into the 3 key reasons your board should care and the 3 action items you should own. The first one, the strategic national angle. India doesn't want to depend on the foreign data centers and the computer power anymore. TCS wants to explicitly reason the tech colonization and the sovereignties. If your global architecture routes through the overseas compute or use the foreign dominated hubs, in future you will definitely face the high risk of or indirect regulations, high cost, vendor exist, or finally the forced localization. This kind of build forces a large upfront capital expenditure.
Data centers could use to average around 5 million gallons of water daily. We're getting anecdotes of data centers in the United States putting tremendous strain.
Then recruiting high operational spends like power, cooling, network, compliances. Currently, TCS plan shows the scale. 1 gigawatt means tens of thousands of racks and the massive power draws. So, if your IT budget assumes the traditional service model growth, this new infrastructure change the baseline. Your future forecasting must shift. Imagine when a national level players build a sovereign level AI capacity, vendor ecosystem must be realigned. Your current cloud or AI vendor agreements could be supply off market or get non-standard terms for the Indian operations. If your global SaaS use the data centers outside India for the Indian region, you might need to be renegotiated for the Indian resident computer or face complaints knock on. That means legal plus procurement plus IT all engaged.
It can be used to make decisions with economic impacts, environmental impact, or effects on health, education, or society in general.
So summarizing, 1. National sovereign angle means new risk. 2. Infrastructure magnitude means cost shock. 3. Vendor or contract alignment means operation must adapt. If you, as a CXO or a vice president, strategic implication is this is not optional. This is must adapt. If you do this earlier, you will build the resilience and the competitive advantage. If you wait, your risk cost overflows and the contract squeeze and the region lock-in. Here is what you should do this week. Own an AI infra map, that model or data you run where compute resides. Stress test your vendor contracts for the Indian specific computer localization clashes. Build a liaison with the CFO or procurement. This spend is now strategic, not an IT. Because in this new era of the tech geopolitics, if India treats AI like a defense, your enterprise must treat AI like a strategy. If you don't do, someone will else do, and you will pay the price. If you want a one-page template to map your AI infrastructure or a vendor exposure, comment the word infra map below, and I'll pin it for you. Subscribe so you don't miss the follow-up where we will model like the costly scenarios for you in the 2026 to 2030. See you in the next video. Because the future of the tech stack just got a geopolitical.